Um, in this video, I wanted to talk about ESL and what success is in ESL. I've been an English teacher now for 10 years, and so it's something I think about a lot. Is an ESL teacher being a director of studies? Is a successful ESL teacher someone who works for the British Council or teaches ESL at a university in their own country? Is someone like Jeremy Harmer, who has written a lot of books about ESL teaching, is he the very definition of success? I've thought about this quite a lot, and I just wonder sometimes, like, whether I've done it all and I should just maybe move on. I've got friends who sort of are coming to the end of their ESL careers now. They've just come to the point where they don't want to do it anymore, and they just want to do anything else. They've had all the great moments in the classrooms. They've met thousands and thousands of people, and they just don't want to do it anymore. And I can understand that. Like, I can understand that. Sometimes I would prefer to be doing almost anything else. Sometimes I do feel like that. But am I ready to move on? And what is success? Are you successful if you have achieved financial independence from ESL? There's a YouTuber I follow, Ben Teaches English Overseas, and he's built up a real estate empire from ESL teaching. That's pretty cool. Is he a success? Yeah, I mean, I guess by a lot of definitions he would be. I always considered being a success being independent from the government. Like, in Australia, we have something called Centrelink, and it's social security. So you get about $1,200 a month. And a couple of years ago, I got to the point where my passive income exceeded that. And that was after years and years and years of working 6-7 days a week. And like, working 7 days a week, even just as an English teacher, it takes a toll. It does take a toll. And it wasn't the easiest thing in the world, because you're always on. But I did that. Is that success? I've lived in a foreign country for 10 years. That was a dream of mine, to live in a foreign country and to travel around a foreign country. I haven't traveled a lot because I've been working, but I've done some pretty cool things. I've ridden a motorbike around a couple of provinces. Is that success? Is success just being employed for 10 years? For me, a big goal of becoming an English teacher was to be employed. I'll let this gust of wind go past. Yeah, where I'm sitting, it's actually, I'm sitting on stone slabs. It's pretty cool. I always appreciate these kinds of places. I always think that's pretty cool. A big goal of mine when I first started teaching was to be employed for a long time, like to have a job for a long time. And I did that. You know, I worked for 10 years. I had a job. I've never not had a job in the last 10 years. I've been working for the last 10 years. Friends. Is success making a lot of friends? I've met a lot of people. How many good friends have I made? I've made a few. I've had some good times, that's for sure. I've had some really good times. I've met a lot of good people. Is that success? Is that what success is? I met a woman. A lot of teachers have the idea that maybe they can go to a foreign country, they can meet a nice woman, they can settle down. Yeah, I did that. I met a wonderful, wonderful lady. Is that success? So, different people obviously have different definitions of success. Is opening your own school and operating your own school successfully, is that success? And if you want to talk about like real success, like what is real success in ESL? What are the best jobs that you can get in ESL? One of the best jobs I think you can get in ESL is being a school's inspector, so ensuring that schools meet a certain standard. Those are big jobs. Those pay big money, and you travel around the world basically visiting international schools, ensuring they're up to scratch. Is making the transition from an ESL teacher to a regular teacher to being a high school teacher, is that success? Like some people maybe view that as success, like, oh, I went to Asia and I went to China, or I went to Vietnam and I taught for 10 years and I became a high school teacher in my country. Is that success? Is that what success is? So I've just been thinking a lot about this issue, and I guess a lot of people dream. I always dreamed of being successful. I always wanted to be successful. But as I've got older, I've sort of come to think, like, what is that? What does it look like? Especially when I've hit those important milestones. Like, I never thought I would be someone who could just never have to walk into a Centrelink again. And that was a real, like, big goal of mine. I just never wanted to be treated like that. Look, people in Australia that are on Centrelink, they're not treated too badly. It's not awful, but I just never wanted to be treated in a way that, like, I was less than other people, or I was a failure, I guess. I never wanted to be treated like that. So when I achieved that, it was a huge thing. And ever since then, it's like, okay, well, now I've done that. I'm a poor guy, you know. I don't have to work, but I'm not a really rich guy. Now, what's the next level? Can I get to that? Is that success? And then you realize that when you get up in the morning and you can, like, go to a coffee shop, or you can eat lunch, and you can have a car, and you can do all these things, and you don't have to worry about money in that sense. I mean, I'm not able to fly around in helicopters and have homes all over the world and stuff, but just in that very simple sense, it's like, okay, well, what's next? I mean, how much better can it get? Like, is it going to be really different if I can like spend infinite amounts of money on a meal, or if I can go to the most expensive coffee shop in town or something, like, every day and have, I mean, what do you do? Like, your clothes, I mean, I can buy clothes in a shop now. I don't have to look for clothes in a bin. I don't have to buy secondhand clothes. I don't have to worry about that. Is that success? Like, and once you can get to that point, I guess it's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Once you get to that point, what's next? Is it creativity? Is it for a lot of friends it's children. I have a lot of friends saying, oh, you need to have children, you need to have children, you need to have children. Is that success when you have a family and all that kind of stuff, you know, the perfect life, like a movie? Is that success? It's really interesting stuff. Like, it's interesting to think about, because honestly, I think a lot of people, and I was one of these people, you're trying to survive, and when you break through that point and life sort of changes a little bit, it's like the lights go on. What then? Like, what's your next goal? So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I mean, if I was a young guy starting out, like, again, as an English teacher, I would just pretty much say, focus on the next thing, like, whatever it is, like, whatever you think you want to do in the future, just always give a little bit of time towards that. And yeah, like, just always remember that you might not be doing this forever. You might be, and prepare for that, but you might not be as well. And not because you can't. I mean, not not because you can't, but also because you don't want to, or you don't need to. So I think that's really important. Just always think about the next thing. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Okay, Bike Basket out.